another game versus the Timberwolves where Embiid and Maxey scored 86 out of our 127 points, and we didn't have a third double-digit score. I know we've talked about this on our last show, kind of the negative of that, of not having a consistent third scorer. But I kind of want to focus on the positive, and that's something that when we posted this the other day, people want us to talk more about the positive aspects of that, of having two guys like that. But I want to ask you guys, as of right now, we're talking 12-22, 2023, are Maxey and Embiid the best duo in the league currently?
I mean, they have an argument. It also depends on, are we just talking about this season? Or are we talking about career? Are we talking about the last few seasons? That's what it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? Like the question is, we're talking about this season. They're up there. Yes, they're definitely up there. If we're talking about what people have done in the last few years, they're up there, but they wouldn't be the top. Because Maxey's so young. And we were talking about careers, then no, they wouldn't be one of the top ones, because you have some guys based on their whole career. Like, it's not a fair comparison yet. But right now in the league, this season, yes, they are one of the top. They're arguably the top duo in this league. You can make a valid point to argue that this season. So that's where I stand on it.
I went into this trying not to be biased. I don't want to look for like stats or reasons to justify why I think they are. I just want to kind of be like, all right, let's see what what it shows, right? So just digging through tweets and just stats and Basketball Reference. And so number one offensive rating duo, the most 30-point games together. They have 6. Giannis and Lillard are the next closest one with 3, and Brown, Tatum 2, Luka, Kyrie 2, SGA, Chet 2. Efficiency ratings, Embiid's 1, Maxey's 13. The next best duo would be Giannis 4 and Lillard 12. If you're going by highest point per game duo, Embiid, Maxey 62.2, Giannis, Lillard 57.1, Booker, Durant 58.9, Luka, Kyrie 55.7. Combined assists, Maxey and Embiid 12.6. And this is one that you'd think, like, all right, some of these guys will get a leg up on them. Kyrie and Luka 14.3, hardly even edging them out. Lillard and Giannis 12.4, less than them. Durant and Booker are 13.8 because Booker's been playing so much like point guard this year. So they edge them out. Box plus minus, Embiid and Maxey 18.5. The next closest duo is LeBron AD at 13.5. VORP highest in the league combined. It's crazy. It's I would say, yeah, right now. I mean, it's hard to argue against. They're just, every single game they combine for like 50 to 70 points, easy. And like it's and it doesn't even need to be a good game by one of them. They Maxey's had games where he's struggled and still put up like 25 to 35. That is definitely the positive. I mean, yeah, there are the negatives of those bad games. He just keeps shooting, and I love that. I love that he's not afraid. I love that he keeps doing it. But yeah, a third double-digit scorer would be nice every so often.
Yeah, I mean, the question is, do they? I mean, they have guys that are capable of being the double-digit scorer. So, where their duo, where it's positive, it's some kind of question, because it's like if we look at all the other teams, maybe outside of the Mavericks, they have a duo, but they also have other guys that, like, if you add their numbers, they would make a big leap.
A trio.
Like Boston, we have, or like in Boston's case, you can have 4 guys.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
5. actually, with Derek White.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like the Lakers, for instance. I mean, you didn't even mention the Lakers. So it's interesting. It's very interesting on, when it kind of depends on the criteria for everything, just like almost everything else.
Yeah, and you're right. If we threw a third guy in there, I think we get beat by a lot of those teams. I mean, Suns are a little weird because Beal hasn't really been there. So, who's our third leading scorer? Probably Nurkic. So that'd be pretty close. He's probably somewhat close to what Harris is. But if you threw the big one would be the Bucks. Like you said, Boston's got so many guys. I mean, yeah, if you took as a total, I mean, they're just and then they lose a guy. The guy rests, one of their other guys steps up and becomes an instant third scorer. Like Derek White, when anyone's out, scores 20-25. So yeah, I mean, we definitely are lacking that, which is interesting because if you look at last year between Maxey, Embiid, and Harden, the ball dominance is crazy, right? Between those three guys last year. But we still were able to sustain Embiid's 33, Maxey's 21, whatever, 20, and then Harden's 20. So we were able to do that last year with another guy who had the ball in his hands, probably even more than Maxey does this year.
The difference is the guy that had this ball in his hands the most was the guy that was looking to pass the ball primarily first.
Yeah,
that's true. So he was looking to pass and still get some shots. He wasn't looking to score 30 and then pass. That's the difference. That's the primary difference between Maxey. I would say that Maxey is looking to score first, and he's able to find guys. He's not looking to pass first. And that's who he is. He's the guy that's going to score for you first. And that's the difference. So that's why guys may get a little more when the ball was in James' hands. Whereas Maxey is making plays, but he's making plays for himself first, and he's doing a good job at it. And he's shooting, especially from three, he's shooting it well. So it's hard to be pulling back when he's doing it so well.
Yeah, because it's funny because while I am really happy with the increase in assists to make up for Harden's absence between Maxey and Embiid, which has been great, if you compare last year to this year, so they have 12.6 combined assists. Last year they combined for 4.2, 3.5, so 7.7. So they added about 5 assists between them this year. That's really good, right? But James averaged 11 or 12 last year, so we're still down 7 assists, 14 points that were given out to other people, usually to Tobias. So we're missing 14 points to other guys, which is probably, if you look at the math,
but now that 14 points is going to those two guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Maxey's up 6 points per game, and Embiid's up 2 points. So 8. It's close. It's really close.
There you go.
Yeah.
And so Kelly probably got the other points.
Yep.
He's a new guy.
Yep. He doesn't need assists. He just takes him and runs it up and jacks it.
And that's how you combine for the best duo in the league right there.
Yeah.